Hi Aries, welcome to your career and money reading. This is a general reading and a collective reading, so it's not going to resonate with everyone. We're going to find out what energies you guys will be navigating in the month of December as it relates to career and money. Also, we have an extra week in November, so I'm trying to figure out something fun to do for us next week so I don't get off my schedule. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, I thank you for Aries. Thank you for tarot as a tool. And thank you for showing us through tarot what energies we potentially will be navigating as we walk through the month of December. Show us clearly what those energies are as it relates to career and finance. We thank you for clear and concise messages. We thank you for love, light, and prosperity. And we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, Aries, let's see where we're going. Month of December. Temptation. Destiny. And prosperity begins. Okay, let's see what those have to do. We're going to clarify this with the Rider-Waite Tarot and see what these energies mean. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you for Aries, and thank you for showing us the energies on the table that they will or have the potential to navigate in the month of December. Show us clearly, clarify for us temptation. Why is that energy showing up? Also clarify for us destiny and prosperity begins. We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and we thank you for clarification, confirmation, and validation. Okay, clarifying temptation, we have strength, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, clarifying destiny, we have the World, and the Star. That's crazy. Clarifying prosperity begins. We have the Three of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Okay, guys, this is kind of exciting. I feel like y'all are getting pulled towards something or something major is going on. But before we dig into that message, we're going to pull the Oracle message that goes right along with it. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, show us, please, what is the Oracle message that goes along with this message? Please show us the Oracle message that goes along with the message on the table for Aries as it relates to career and finance. Let's see what's going on here, guys. Coming apart, 46. So let's see what that has to say. Now's the time to take separate paths. The coming apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, disillusion, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation brings good fortune. Okay. So Aries, and let me tell you, this spread has some, one, two, out of 9 cards, 6 of them are major arcana. Now, I know sometimes people say, what does that mean? That basically what it means is this is a very pivotal time in your life. It has to do with your destiny. It has to do with uh, bringing you back to or putting you on a spiritual path or back to your true self. For me, that's what all that means. It doesn't mean that you need extra help or anything like that. It just means that you're going to be going within and figuring some things out, because you're starting out the month with temptation. I say starting out the month. These aren't actually in order, chronological order. But you have the energy of temptation. So what does this have to do with career and money? Well, it could mean that you're having issues with addictions, alcoholism, or drugs, or something like that. I don't feel that with this card. I feel like the attachment, because it's about earthly attachments. And I feel like the attachment is wherever you are, you've been there longer than you want to be as far as career and money goes. I feel like you've been there longer than you want to be, but you've stayed out of obligation to something, whether it be to your family, out of obligation to the people you work with, or whoever. You have definitely stayed out of obligation. You've been able to do that, Aries, because you possess an inner strength that is very duty bound and loyal bound. So you've been able to, or you have stayed longer because of that reason. You have an incredible internal strength, right? But I feel like something's calling you to something else. This is the High Priestess. Now, the High Priestess kind of walks between two worlds. She knows when she's being guided intuitively. She feels that urging, that unction. She feels it, and she understands whenever she's being guided with messages and things like that. And I feel like they're coming in saying, we're talking to you, Aries. We're talking to you. You've been here too long. We know you've stayed the course because of your own will, your sheer force of will. You've been able to stay the course, but we're calling you right now. We're talking to you. There's something else here for you. And then you have the Destiny card. This is the same as the Wheel of Fortune. It's almost like whenever the Wheel of Fortune shows up in a reading, it's normally considered good luck, right? The wheel does go all the way around, but it's when it shows up, it's because it's like Spirit's bringing you to the top side of this situation. And again, there's those messages coming in. There's those creative forces down there. And here's the world. So it's like a couple different things. They're wanting to bring this creativity or these insights or downloads into your reality. They're wanting to move you into a different cycle where your career and your money is concerned. How will they move you? I don't have those answers, but I feel like there's some kind of move, either that you're feeling deep inside that you want to take place, or that you're and that's usually your soul speaking to you whenever that's the case. Whenever we have a desire, some people take a desire and just kind of shove it off and say, oh, I could never do that. But we don't have a desire that we cannot accomplish. Our soul would not cause us to desire it if we could not walk it out. And I feel like they're wanting you to walk something else out other than this, whatever it is you've been doing for the last 15, 20 years, maybe. You know, it looks like there's something different coming on. And then you have the Star card. So again, that's 3 major arcana there, 3 major arcana here. I feel like, again, the Star is the same as the 9 of Cups, except major arcana, right? It's the wishes fulfilled card. It's that you have the ability to make a change that fills the wishes in your life, that fills you up with abundance, emotionally, spiritually, and financially. So what the Star does is she is the maker of wishes come true. She's the maker, when I wish upon a star, all that stuff. And she has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the ground. So she balances her physical world with her spiritual world. She's very balanced about that. So I feel like Aries, something's happening here for you that's bringing you into a new cycle for career and money. And it says then prosperity begins. This is like the Ace of Pentacles, right? It's the one. On this card, it's the one, and it's called prosperity begins. But in the traditional tarot, it's the Ace of Pentacles. So I want you to look at this card really close, because I want you to see, how does prosperity begin? It begins by us planting a seed, right? And once we plant the seed, all we can do after that is nourish it, nurture it. We cannot go dig it up and see if it's working. But once we do plant that seed and continue to nourish it, it grows into something fruitful. And I feel like anytime I see a card like this, I feel like it's the universe saying, here, we're going to work on behalf of you, or in cooperation with you. And we're going to bring this into your reality. You're going to have lots of reason to celebrate here, right? Whenever you decide to make this choice, this move. And you know what? It doesn't even have to be a physical move away from what you're doing. It could be a side gig for all I know. But there's something pulling at you saying, let's go do this. And this is worth celebrating because you have what it takes to bring it into reality. Not only that, it's going to provide you with enough coins, with enough money, that you have enough to be generous, that you can not only help others out with your money, but with your time and with your talents. It's about equal give and take, where you're going to be so blessed abundantly that you'll be able to give back in ways that you haven't been able to give back before. Okay, Aries, this is pretty amazing. We're going to do the PS, see what else Spirit has to say. God, guides, angels, archangels, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for the message on the board for Aries. Show us, please. What's the PS that goes with this message, or just a little extra something something? Please show us, what is the PS that goes with this message? We thank you for clear and concise messages, love, light, and prosperity, and clarification, confirmation, and validation. Wow. Okay, so this is about you being true to you. Whatever this is that you've been doing, it has not been true to who you are. But you've stayed. You've stayed longer than you've wanted to stay, but you've stayed out of loyalty. And the sheer will that you carry within yourself has enabled you to manage it this long. But you've been feeling called. You've had some unctions to do something different. And this is saying, it's time to be true to yourself. It's time to choose yourself, to love yourself enough to do what's calling you. That card did say, this coming apart card, said that separation at this time is good fortune for you. Here's the Hierophant card. Okay, so what does that have to do with anything? This could be something of a spiritual nature that you're wanting to go do. Maybe open a healing practice, an energy healing practice. Perhaps it's some kind of creative project, because it's about, sorry, it's about spiritual things. But it also could just mean moving away from traditional constructs and corporations and conglomerates and things like that, because this card also represents those things. And then you have the Knight of Swords. This is about moving forward in your truth, being able to communicate who you are, what you're about, and what it is that you want to do and how you want to show up. You can move forward in that truth because Aries, you were born to do you, and you were born to serve you. Okay, that is your reading for career and money for the month of December. And until next time, you guys go out and have a super duper day. Bye.